and cutting bureaucracy and red tape will make Kenya more attractive to investors at a time when job cuts and capital flight are digging into the economy. This has come up at the second Senate Speakers Roundtable, where local investors are asking for the removal of multiple taxes to ease the costs of doing business. Bridget Ngana has been following those discussions and now joins us live from Novasha.
Well, Gladys, those are the discussions that have been dominating the Senate Speakers Roundtable and his meeting with KEPSA, and we are going to be joined by the chairman of KEPSA, Nick Nesbitt, anytime now, who's going to tell us why they are calling for the eradication of multiple taxes. But one of the things that came up is that, for example, Nakuru is an agriculturally rich county, and for transportation of agricultural products, I mean, from here to other counties, every county that these trucks ferrying the products from the farms, they have to be charged cess, and this is kind of making the cost of doing business, or even affecting the cost of food in other counties from the point of production to the point of sale. But let's just speak with the KEPSA chair right now, and he's joining us on set to just tell us why this session is important. And this is the second time you're meeting with the speaker. What exactly are you lobbying for as KEPSA, and how far have you come in terms of the first time you had such a meeting in Mombasa?
Well, thank you very much. We're meeting with the speaker today for the second time. As KEPSA, we have built a strong relationship with the Senate. We met a year ago, and today we've taken stock. We have put through many bills through the National Assembly and through the Senate, which have passed in favor of private sector. The big challenge we have still is the ease of doing business, in particular in the counties. We see that we are improving nationally, and we can compare ourselves around the world. We're number 56, heading into the 30s or 40s over the next few years. But in the counties, that's where it's very difficult. What we're speaking to the speaker about and his team from the Senate is how do we reduce the complexity of doing business. There are many taxes, many levies, many regulators, many impediments to successful business every single day. To go from Kisumu to the port of Mombasa, you probably encounter 10 different counties, 10 different levies. That's unacceptable to a business. We're one Kenya. The competition should not be between counties. The competition should be between Kenya and other countries.
Maybe what is the feedback you've gotten so far? You've been pushing for this for quite a long time. And also, what is your take on the state of the economy? Because we are having massive job cuts right now.
So the feedback we're getting from the senators is they're very engaged. They are business people themselves. They want to make the improvements. The legislative process is long and lengthy, and it grinds slowly, but they're committed. So we have their commitment to listen, and they have even asked that we meet with them more frequently than once a year, which we will do. On the issue of job losses, we need to be very clear about where these job losses are happening. They're happening in industries that are changing. We see that in retail, but we also see a lot of jobs being created in e-retail. A lot of people are not shopping anymore in supermarkets or in malls, they're going online. We see a lot of job losses in certain parastatals that have not been run well. We see a lot of job losses where the government has not paid small businesses and they have to close shop. But at the same time, we are seeing a lot more investment happening. We see investments in the businesses who are making the investment to make their businesses more productive, and they're creating more jobs. We're seeing a lot of foreign investment, a lot of foreign interest in investing in Kenya. Because we have the infrastructure, because we have the people, because, believe it or not, we do actually have favorable laws compared to other countries, and because how much easier it is to do business. So I think it's very important to not spread the negativity across the whole economy, but look in particular areas. If you see the number of car registrations, they're going up. The amount of fuel being consumed, it's going up. The number of boda bicycles, motorcycles being bought, it's going up. There are many positive stories to spin on the economy, but we as private sector, and even you as the press, need to take a more positive perspective and focus more on the areas that are actually growing.
Maybe just to wind up, maybe Nick, you can just tell us maybe what is the feeling in terms of, from the county's governments, what is the feeling in terms of maybe trying to end this issue with the taxes, and also what they're talking about, the red tape, cutting the red tape. How is it for investors to access the necessary people to push for the business and also the establishment of industries?
So many questions in there.
Yeah.
So let's just say that the Speaker and the Senators are together with us. They want their constituents to run successful businesses. So we understand. The challenge, of course, is around self-interest, in that everybody wants to collect enough taxes for themselves and they want the other guy to lower the taxes. But we need to work through that.
Okay.
The other challenge I think that we face nationally is we're investing too much in recurrent expenditure unnecessarily. If you look at the budgets for the counties, they are primarily recurrent expenditure focused on personnel and focused on wages. Now, we as private sector objectively do not have a problem with recurrent expenditures. In fact, we should invest in service delivery.
Yes.
Most of the jobs that we have in the country are actually service-based jobs. Then there's some manufacturing and there's very little in agriculture. But we must put that to good use. So we are committed to working with them to make sure that we focus on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Maybe a very, very brief and detailed interview from the CEO of KEPSA. Thank you so much. We will be having this discussion on the sidelines. The chairman, rather, sorry for that. The chairman for KEPSA, he is Nick Nesbitt. The CEO was rather engaged. And actually, the Minister for Trade, the CS for Trade Industrialization, Aden Mohammed, is also here. But these are some of the conversations or the discussions that have been ventilated here. And we do hope at the end of this speakers roundtable, they'll be able to come into a reconciliation or with a resolution on how they can ease the cost of doing business in the counties, because that is where the headache is for the investors.